up on the podium. Our model speaker today is Deepak Padmanabhan, and the title of his speech is Speak Like a Leader. Speak Like a Leader.
The title is Give Up.
Oh!
Sorry, it's the manual Speak Like a Leader, but the title is Give Up.
Okay, sorry. So, our model speaker is Deepak Padmanabhan, and the title of his speech is Give Up. Again, he will be giving his speech, Give Up, and I give you Deepak Padmanabhan.
The timer, if you could please time me like a speaker, that would be great because I'm even competing. And to the judges, if you have the time, could you please judge me as a contestant? Because I've been judging for the first time. I like to hear what you guys have to say. Friends, Toastmasters, and all my sugar-loving friends. Can you eat 5 donuts, 4 ice creams, 3 cakes, 2 pies, and 1 cookie in one sitting? I did. They call me Sugar Man. That kind of training helped me. My wife was pregnant, she craved sugar. Of course I helped her, and helped myself too. She wanted ice cream, I gave her ice cream. My ice cream. She wanted donuts, I gave her some of my donuts. She wanted pickles. Yeesh. Sugar Man, don't do pickles. When her son was born, the nurse told me, congratulations, here's your medal. Me? Medal? Why? Because you ate so much sugar with your wife, you put on so much sympathy weight. We can't tell who's pregnant today. I ignored her and called up my mom. Hey mom, you have a grandson. Yay! Congratulations! Hey mom, they gave me a medal. Yay? Why the medal? I helped Rupali with all the sugar she ate. I put on 30 pounds in 9 months. They couldn't tell who's pregnant. Don't you joke about the sugar. Don't you remember how Grandma died? Grandma? Grandma? Fellow Toastmasters, my grandma died of diabetes. She had so much sugar, her immunity decreased. She began falling sick very often. Injuries healed slower. Once she had a small injury on her foot, they had to cut her toes off to save her leg. She didn't make it. My grandma passed away at the age of 50. 50. She passed away at 50. That's a life half lived. She left us too soon. Is my mom trying to tell me that I will leave my son too soon? Oh, I didn't want to have diabetes. I am a father now. I want to be there for my son, see him grow up and see the world for what it is. The medal, the nose, the medal the nurse gave me became my nose. Truth be told, I was so fat, I couldn't get out of chairs easily. I was so fat, I couldn't even see my own toes. I went from sugar man to fat man in no time. I was scared. I didn't want to lose my son. I didn't want to leave my son too soon. I talked to my wife. Honey, tell me something. I don't want to lose my son. I want to be there for him. Tell me what to do. Help me. Well, honey, you do have a choice. Either you give up your sugar habits, or you can just give up. My wife was right. If I didn't give up sugar, I wouldn't be there to see my son grow up. I couldn't play with him, see him go to school, go to college, get married, and I could not play with his children like my grandma could. I'd be crippled and dead, just like my grandma was. I didn't want to leave my son too soon. Fellow Toastmasters, has someone left you too soon? My son, I will not leave you too soon. I will be there for you. I decided that my son will not know me from my limitations, but he will know me for my strengths. That day, I made a decision to give up sugar. Giving up, saying it is one thing. Doing it, very difficult. When the holidays came, Mr. Donuts, Mrs. Ice Cream, Miss Pie, Miss Cookie, and Mrs. Cake knocked on my door. I said, no. No. You are not welcome in our lives. I don't want to be tempted by you. And each time I felt tempted, my son gave me the strength to resist temptation. And I gave it up. I went to the doctor. Doctor, tell me, what does the test say? Well, I have some bad news for you. You, sir, are not pregnant. And some good news for you. You, sir, went from barely diabetic to definitely not diabetic. You went from the guy who couldn't give up sugar, the guy who can give up sugar. You will not have your toes cut off. You will not leave your son too soon. I will not leave my son too soon. Fellow Toastmasters, in the journey of life, we leave footprints on the sands of time. My footprints will show all my toes. What will your footprints show? Sugar was my sob story. What's your story? What's holding you back? Now you might be thinking, he's given up so much, he's such an inspirational speaker, he's a hero. You would be wrong. I am not the hero. My family is the hero. My grandma, even in her passing, gave me an inspiring story to give up my bad habits and to be there for my son. My mother, on the happiest day of my life, rained on my parade, just like all moms do. And she taught me the importance of giving up my ego. My wife, when I decided to give up, kept out all the temptations and helped me give up sugar. My one-day-old son inspired me to give up my bad habits. Each time I gave up my bad habits, life gave me back the good habits. Fellow Toastmasters, what are you willing to give up? And what are you excited